Hello, hello, GQ. I'm Ebon Moss-Bachrach. These are my essentials. These are quite essential to me. They don't make these anymore, I'm sad. I called Speedo, I tried to get them to keep making them. I didn't get through to anybody. I started swimming, seriously, maybe 10 years ago. Cured my back pains. My favorite place to swim is in the ocean. You know, they're revealing. My little daughter begged me not to take these in and do this. I really don't like most men's swim shorts. They're big and baggy. There's a lot of extra fabric. It drags in the water. It doesn't feel good. And what I like about this is that it's high up on the leg. It doesn't get into a kind of banana hammocky kind of silhouette. These might have been fairly form-fitting when I got them, but they've seen so much sun and salt that they kind of loosened up and bagged out. And that's my ideal fit, is like a slightly baggy Speedo. These are actually probably retired. I think you could probably see my ass if the sun was right. I got these nice TYR goggles. These are my current goggles of choice. These are nice because they're navy, little navy, matching this colorway with the shorts. Good field of vision, comfortable goggle. Here we have a nice big Dutch oven. I like to cook a lot. This is a pretty essential item. I think for any kitchen, it's nice and big and heavy. The heavier the better. This is enamel around cast iron. Great for braising, great for slow cooking. I also like to bake a lot.
I look at the past mates on the Bear, and besides Maddie, who is the best chef?
Maddie excluded, because he's like, you know, head and shoulders above everybody. Jeremy's good. You know, to be fair, we haven't tried too much. I probably cooked more for Io and Lionel and those guys. I think Lionel's a pretty good pastry chef. This is a very beautiful bike that I have. I have a couple bikes. The frame and fork it's made by a little outfit down, I think, in Virginia called Crust. This particular model is called a Bombora. There's some mermaids on it. I was building this up a lot over the last few years when we were sort of isolated and couldn't go out too much, and it was sort of a fantasy to work on this bike and think about, I could load this bike up and go out for, you know, a few days camping, or but mostly I just sort of spin around the neighborhood with it, go some longer rides. Classic Brooks seat. I got these really comfy bars, Uncle Ron's orthopedic bars they're called. Got really nice brakes from folks at Paul Components. Great tires, Panaracer Gravel Kings, my favorite tires. I think it just looks really, really nice, and I just like looking at it, and I like riding it even more. I got this really ugly bag on it that reminds me of Western Mass, which often eschews fashion for something. I love to bike from the time I was little, and I always rode a lot of bikes. I grew up in out in the countryside. I never had a car. It was kind of my freedom, my first way to sort of feel like I could get out of my town, get out from my house, and I'd go with friends for long rides. And then I started mountain biking, spent a lot of time in the woods, and then the best way to get around New York, I find. I don't always use this size, but what's special to me about this, and what's important to me about this is this paper. Brown craft paper. It's like thick, the bite of it kind of, it sort of pulls back against you as you draw. I like to draw a lot, or, you know, if I'm working on something, taking notes, think ideas that occur to me about the character, about the story. I got a bunch of drawings in here that I'm gonna keep to myself. They make them in different sizes. I like big ones too. They have a really great one that's like really long, like that, kind of rectangular like this, which almost you can get like a comic book kind of effect. This picture looks like Christopher Plummer in Brokeback Mountain. Gruff Western Christopher Plummer that we never got to see. Noto Rooted Oil. I'm a bit of a minimalist. I wouldn't say I'm like a stoic, but I do like to have few things. That smells really nice, but it can go on your hands, body, and then hair too. It used to say hair, body, and face, and then they took face off, but I still put it on my face. I'm making a concerted effort to hydrate more, both with water and with, you know, moisturizer on my face. I never really thought about it too much, but these days I'm trying to remember before I go to bed to put something kind on my face. Jump ropes, they're called Cross Rope is the company that makes them. This is a 1/4 pound rope, and then you can detach this, and then there's another rope, different color, a 1/2 pound rope, pound rope, and then there's the 2 pound rope, the King Slayer, we call that one. That one will really fuck up your shoulder. Jump rope is a great exercise. I find it really helpful. Wake up quickly, get a lot of energy going quickly, get the blood circulating. You can really do it in like 2 minutes. It's helpful sometimes for scenes in the bear, you know, before crazy scene, if you're like 5 in the morning, first thing up, just kind of get everything moving. The people at Creuset were really kind and they sent us all a bunch of ropes this year. So now everybody has some on our set, which is sweet.
It was announced recently that you're going to be playing the Thing in the new Fantastic Four.
Yeah. It's a long shoot. I want to stay, you know, injury-free. I'm gonna work on my core, some Pilates maybe, some yoga. I'm trying to figure that out right now. Fitness essential alert, Ceconi, I don't know how you say them. Running is important to me. These are nice and big and squishy. I would like probably a more colorful colorway. Here in New York, I got different paths that I go. I kind of like to just sort of head out and turn my brain off and sort of space out and go for a while. My ideal time running is maybe between 45 minutes to an hour. I find that really can clear my head that way. Chicago, the runs out there, obviously there's the lakefront and that's really great, but I've been there, we're just getting out of winter now there, and it's really cold in the winter on the lake, so I've just kind of been running through the city. These are a pair of sunglasses that I procured at my favorite shop, eBay. Varney Wraparound Sunglasses. I don't know when they were made. They definitely got some years on them, but they're not like deep vintage or anything. I really enjoy a wraparound sunglass. Sun protection, I got light eyes, they're really sensitive to the sun, and these just feel really nice. They also are like, kind of like an embrace. This goes hand in hand with one of my other essentials, which is a hoodie. Right now I'm wearing my proud listener and longtime supporter of Democracy Now! They give you the straight dope. Thank you, Amy Goodman. I like hoodies. I'm a longtime meditator, and I find that, you know, if you do this, you can be, you know, on a park bench in the middle of a busy city. You can sit down and kind of feel like you're on your own little private little cocoon. My library card. This is kind of a fun Maurice Sendak, who's one of my heroes. They did a limited edition. I had to get in on that. I love the Brooklyn Public Library. Growing up in Amherst, we had the Jones Library, great libraries. I spent lots and lots of time inside of libraries. And even now, when I'm like off and gone, I'm on the road, away from home, the digital catalog from the Brooklyn Public Library, you can always access that, read books on Kindles or on whatever. Thank you, librarians. Thank you for your hard work. Cool movie selections at libraries. Streaming app called Canopy with a K that you can sometimes hook up with your library thing. That opens up a whole world of movies. Yeah, the best things in life are free. There is an app, a music app called Radiooooo, R-A-D-I-O-O-O, 5 O's. This app is a map of the world, and then on the bottom is a timeline by decades. You punch in a country, a region, you punch in a year, and then it has these 3 great kind of classifications: slow, fast, and my favorite, weird. 1940s, Argentina. Italy for like 60s. I mean, you can just spend like hours with this thing. I mean, this is like such a gift to the world. These developers who made this. Thank you so much for indulging me, and I hope you liked my essentials.